What is up, guys? Jeff back here with another update for the Z. This time I got some parts that I'm going to be revealing. Been getting some parts in every few days or so this month, so it's been a good month so far for the project. You know, some smaller things, some bigger things, but everything all working towards the build. So I'm excited to show you guys what I've got. I'm also going to be going over some of the future plans that I have and I'm going to be working on with the car in the next few months or so. It's all going to be a good old time. Alright, so the first part that I'm going to show you guys is super simple, not anything big or crazy or anything like that, but something that's going to add a lot, I think, to the Z. It's already coming together really nice, but you know, if you notice in the back, I've got the top secret style rear diffuser and the Tomei single exit exhaust, and there's just this one area right here. There's this big void right here, obviously, where a second muffler would typically go. And you know, I've been thinking, what am I going to do to fill that gap in? Because it's kind of an eyesore a little bit. I mean, it's not bad, but I mean, if you're looking at the back of the car, it would really benefit from something there. So I went ahead and ordered a tow strap. And that's this guy. I went with a plain red one. This is from iJDM Toy. I think I got it on Amazon, and it was about 10 bucks. So not a big investment at all, but it's going to just fit right in here very nicely. I'm going to bolt it right up under the probably the crash bar, bolted up into the crash bar so it's hanging down and filling that gap just a little bit. It's just going to add a nice little touch to the back of the car. You know, nothing major, but that's going to be the first part that I got. That'll go on probably, I don't know, within the next couple days or so. Alright, back inside now. Next part is going to be something a little bit more substantial and something that's actually fairly critical for Z users that want to run a more advanced wheel setup. The Z does not come with camber adjustment functionality in the front from the factory at all. You cannot adjust camber, and so you're really kind of dead in the water if you want to do any kind of a crazy offset or anything like that with custom wheels on the Z. You have to get aftermarket front upper control arms. And there's a ton of them on the market, many different companies ranging from anywhere from about $200 all the way up to $1,000. The quality ranges, you know, all over the place. You know, I really want to buy very high quality parts for my car. You know, not everything is going to be the absolute top of the line, but you know, within my means, I want to get the best quality that I can get. So when it came time for me to invest in some upper control arms, I went ahead and invested in Voodoo 13, which is probably a little less well known than a lot of the other brands that are out there, but nevertheless they are easily one of the highest quality. You know, anybody who really knows anything about either the professional drifting scene or what some of these you know, really famous grassroots drifters are using, they all know about Voodoo 13. That's because this company is turning out some absolutely amazing suspension components for all the different platforms. All the major drift cars, they're making, you know, suspension stuff that is just absolutely amazing. It's all made out of aluminum. So I went ahead and ordered some Voodoo 13 front upper control arms for the Z, and these are really fantastic. They're amazing. You know, I saw the pictures of them online, and I was originally going to go ahead and get SPL front upper control arms, and those are super nice as well. Don't get me wrong, the SPLs, you can't go wrong with those. But I went ahead and decided to go with the Voodoo 13 because they do offer a little bit more camber adjustment. -4.5 and up to +1 to be precise. So hell of camber adjustment on these. And they're made incredibly well. Like if you take a look at them, they are works of art. I mean, they are absolutely gorgeous. Everything is machine carved aluminum, super high quality. I mean, they are absolutely amazing. You do pay a little bit for them. These upper control arms are about $750. You're going to pay something similar for the SPLs if you choose to go SPL, but this is definitely on the higher end of upper control arms for the 350Z. But these are going to allow me to run the wheel setup that I've got coming, because I definitely am going to need to run some camber. I don't want to run a ton of camber, you know, if I don't have to, but I'm definitely going to have to run some camber. And so I obviously had to change out the stock front arms, and so I went ahead and decided to go with Voodoo 13 because I don't know exactly how much camber I'm going to need to run, but I don't want to have to run into any problems whatsoever. and the Voodoo 13s are going to allow me as much adjustment, as little or as much as I possibly need. They're going to do the job just fine. They're also great for air setups like mine, for clearing all the rest of the suspension components, clearing the wheels and all that. They're designed with all that in mind for cars that get real low, so perfect for my Z. It's going to be fantastic. These are going to go on pretty soon. I'm going to probably put these on the car within the next couple of days. I got a couple of days off coming up, so I'm going to get out there in the garage and swap the stock ones out for these, because I have been running the stock control arms up to this point. But I just got these in, so super excited to start running those. It's a fairly straightforward installation. I'll probably make a quick video of installing these and getting an alignment. Alright, the next part that I'm going to show you guys is kind of a big one for me, another big one. I've done a lot of research, a lot of homework on different aero parts that I'm going to want to run on my car. I like the way it looks right now, I really do, and honestly I really don't need to change a whole lot, but you know, always being one that wants to take it to the next level, I just could not resist going out there and getting a new bumper for my car. So after looking at so many pictures and different Z's and different, you know, looks and different kits that people are running, combinations and all that, I finally settled on one that I just couldn't resist in the front, and that is the Nismo version 3, also called the shark nose. Some people call it the shark nose because it's kind of a little bit of a long nose. It's a little bit longer than the stock one. Still wouldn't consider it a long nose bumper, but it's a super clean look. It is just, I don't know, maybe some people don't care for it, but it's, for me, it's fantastic. You got the right combination of parts, and you know, you got your car real low to the ground, get some nice wheels with it, and you can't go wrong, in my opinion. It's just a fantastic look. So I went ahead and decided to get a Nismo version 3 bumper. Now the one I chose to get, because there's a few of them out there and a few different companies, sorry my camera's getting dark, a few different companies, a few different places that you can get this bumper. The one I chose to get I got from Zailas on Amazon.com, and that's because it's a polyurethane version. I did not want to get a fiberglass bumper at all. I'm not too fond of fiberglass parts if I don't have to get them. If there's a part that comes in polyurethane, I'll almost always go for the polyurethane just for the safety's sake. I did a lot of research into the company Zailas, and I heard nothing but good things about their parts. So, you know, I went ahead and took the plunge and ordered the, I believe they call it the N3V something bumper. Anyways, it's the Nismo version 3. It's slightly different through the sides than the actual Nismo bumper, so it is technically a replica, but I actually prefer this version over the actual one. Again, different strokes for different folks, but for me, this is definitely the one. So it finally came in today, and this is it right here. It came really nicely packaged. It wasn't damaged at all, and it's of course polyurethane, so super strong, really high quality. Again, I'm sorry it's kind of dark in here, but yeah, this is it, my new shark nose bumper. Going to be going on my Z. I'm going to have it painted as quickly as possible because I definitely want to put this thing on there. I'm going to color match the K51 Nissan Silver up here, and I'm going to leave this, the lip on the bottom, the diffuser, whatever you want to call it, matte black. I'm going to match the matte black that I have on my rear diffuser and on my my side splitters. So, gonna look super clean. Cannot wait to show you guys. This big open mouth is actually one of the things that I prefer about this bumper over the actual Nismo version 3 bumper, because in the actual one there's a couple of pieces right here in the middle, and you know, it's cool, it looks good, but I definitely like this open look, especially once it's painted and all on the car. It's gonna look really nice. The other thing that's cool is I also have a Stillen Gen 3 long tube intakes coming, which are going to sit right here, yeah, right in the mouth there. So it's going to look absolutely incredible. It's going to look super aggressive, and I cannot wait to get this on the car. Drop it down to the ground, go all down, and especially can't wait to get my wheels on it. Speaking of which, the next and final part of this video that I'm going to show you guys is definitely wheel related. I have not got my wheels yet, but they are supposed to be here within about 1 week, so I'm really excited. However, my tires did arrive, and I'm going to show you guys those right now. Bam! Alright, so here's my tires. Going to be going on my new wheels. These are Falcon Zailas. These are the FK453s. I got all four of them are FK453s. In the front, I'm going to be running 265 35 19, and in the back, 285 35 19. I'm not going to reveal the specs of my wheels just yet, but this is the meat that's going to be going on them. And I will say that there's going to be a little stretch on these tires. Not going to be massive stretch, but there's definitely going to be a little stretch going on. I didn't want to run too much stretch. I got the Z all up right now for my curb. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a lot more aggressive. A lot more aggressive than what I'm running right now. These are obviously the factory raised Nismo wheels. They're pretty mild. They're not too aggressive at all. I've got a 20mm spacer all around, front and rear, just to poke them out a little bit. These are the factory tires. These are the Bridgestone RE11s in the front and in the back. There's 265 in the front, actually the same size, 265 35 in the front, and then, no, I'm sorry, 265 40 in the front from the factory, and then the backs are 285 35 19. The fronts are 18. So staggered setup from the factory. I love these wheels, I really do. They're super cool, really nice design. You know, I'm probably going to end up keeping them. I don't know if I'm going to sell them or not. I might, but the new wheels are definitely going to be taken over for sure, and I cannot wait. We're going to have some work to do with our fitment, which kind of leads me into the next thing that I'm going to be needing to focus on, which is going to be widening the car. Now, I kind of briefly explained to you guys before that I was going to be going for a wide body kit. I think I had mentioned that I was going to be going Rocket Bunny before, and you know, I've kind of decided against Rocket Bunny. I originally was going to go Stardust, and I've decided that I don't like Stardust anymore at all. After taking a good hard look at it and just looking at other reference cars and stuff like that, I've decided Stardust is just definitely not for me. I don't care for it. Rocket Bunny is really nice, but doesn't quite fit the wheel setup that I got coming. I mean, it could. I could definitely run Rocket Bunny, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure I want to go that wide in the rear, because it's definitely really wide. I think it's a 55mm. You know, it's way out there, and you know, I don't know if I want to go that wide. So I am going to have to widen the car, because my wheels that I have coming, I'm going to have to run some serious camber to fit under the factory quarter panels and the factory fenders. So I don't want to be running that much camber. I don't think I'm going to be doing too well if I have to run a hell of a lot of camber. I definitely want to be more on the safe side, and I don't want to burn through my tires too quickly. So what I'm going to end up doing is I think I'm going to go ahead and custom fab a wide body kit, or wide body flares I should say. You know, I do have a little bit of fabrication experience. I have fabricated, you know, a lot of things in the past. I used to do costume design, and you know, fabricated a lot of stuff, done a lot of molding and casting and stuff like that. I've also molded and casted lips for buddies' cars and skirts and stuff like that. So I do have some experience with you know, molding and casting and resins and fiberglassing and gel coating and stuff like that. So I'm going to give it a shot, guys. I'm going to actually start a project of custom fabricating wide body flares on this, and it's not going to be extreme as Rocket Bunny. I'm going to probably do, I don't know, maybe like a 40mm. Again, it's all dependent upon my wheels, how the fitment is on the wheels. Once I get my wheels and get them on the car and see how it is with the factory fenders, that's really going to tell me how wide I need to plan. But what I did do is I went ahead and I ordered some 2.5-inch fender flares. And these are just, I only intend on running them temporarily, especially as I get my new wheels on, just so I can tuck them under the flare. I'm going to end up cutting, probably just very mildly, the quarter panel here and just put the new flare on. They're polyurethane flares, like I said, 2.5 inch, so it's going to be a nice little extension there to get my new wheels under. I'm going to actually use that as a base to go ahead and sculpt on top of, and I'm going to go ahead and hand sculpt out of my sculpting clay brand new flares, front and rear. And I think in the front I'm even going to do more of an extensive design. I think I may even make an entire new fender, kind of like the Rocket Bunny fender is pretty much, it encompasses the entire fender. It's not necessarily a fender itself, it's just a fender flare, and I may go that route. As I stated in my in the video of reading the Z magazine, I didn't like how the Stardust fenders, they cut off right here, and there's kind of this ugly line that just doesn't match at all with the rest of the body of the car. That's one of the reasons I like the Rocket Bunny so much better, is because it complements the lines so much. It follows the lines perfectly. And so in the front, I'm probably going to be custom fabbing up something very similar to the Rocket Bunny. However, I will say that I don't actually like the venting in the Rocket Bunny flares in the front. I just don't. I don't like that at all. So I'm not going to be doing that. But it's going to be aggressive, guys. It's going to be really aggressive. I want this car to really stand out. And that's one of the other reasons why I'm really pushing towards doing a complete custom flare job on this thing, because, you know, I want it to be one-off. Like, I want, when people see this car, to be like, wow, that's something I have not seen before. There's definitely some elements of this car that I want to be very unique. So hope you guys will stick with the build, stick with me and stick with this build long enough to see it come to fruition. I don't know exactly when I'm going to get that project started. I will have my wheels and tires and everything ready to go by the end of this month for sure. I've already got the tires. The wheels should be here on the 17th is what I was quoted. You know, that's really going to start the whole process of getting this car flared, and you know, getting that new wheel set up on there, getting the new Voodoo 13 control arms in there, you know, and getting it cambered out a little bit. It's going to be sweet, guys. I cannot wait to show you guys, especially with the new bumper that's going on, the version 3 Nismo bumper. It is going to be freaking sick. I cannot wait. That's what I got going on with my Z currently. I have, like I said, I have the little fender flare thing coming in the mail, and I also have I forgot to mention, a side skirt, a polyurethane side skirt extension coming as well, because I like the splitters the way they are, but I actually want to extend them a little bit more so that it's a little lower to the ground. And then I'm going to do some paint work with the splitters I have right now. So it's going to be pretty sweet. If it comes out anything like what I have in my mind, it's going to be awesome. So I hope you guys will stick around and see how it turns out. Again, also heavily considering on the taillights, getting the JDM clear ones. I love those taillights, guys. I just love them. So I may end up with them. Don't be surprised if you see another video saying, guess what? Got the taillights. So that very well may happen. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks so much for joining me and checking out my progress here with Zailas, my Z33. Hope you guys will come back for the next one. Hope you're all doing well. Peace.